Headlines: Ethiopia and Sudan agreed to settle all disputes peacefully. OLF Shene kidnapped Dangote cement employees in West Showa, Ethiopia. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Absaron Dumtaka from African Renaissance Television Services with tonight's news. Stay tuned. Ethiopia and Sudan agreed to amicably settle all their disputes. Ethiopia and Sudan reached a fresh agreement to peacefully resolve all disputes between the two countries. Khalib Tinsai has more details.
The renewed agreement was made after Ethiopia's Foreign Affairs Minister Dammaqe Mokonnin and the Vice President of Sudan's Transitional Sovereignty Council, Lieutenant General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, met in Sudan's capital, Khartoum. The officials had a bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the IGAD Ministerial Council meeting held in Sudan, the current chair of the regional bloc. During the discussions, the two sides agreed to peacefully resolve a border dispute which engaged the two neighbors in armed clashes in recent years, after the war broke out in Ethiopia. A long-running dispute over a contested fertile border region, Al-Fashqa, has fueled a surge in tensions between the two countries in recent years, alongside a diplomatic spat over Ethiopia's construction of the multi-billion-dollar mega dam project. Tensions over Al-Fashqa, which lies within Sudan's international boundaries but has been settled by Ethiopian farmers for decades, escalated in December 2020 after Sudan deployed its army and took control of the area.
OLF Shene kidnapped Dangote cement employees. Dangote cement management has confirmed that the employees were kidnapped in Adarberga district, central Ethiopia. Our reporter has more details.
According to a report by BBC Amharic on Thursday, the kidnapping happened in Adarberga district of Western Showa in Oromia region of Ethiopia on Wednesday. As the employees were traveling on a company bus, they were ambushed. They also said that the whereabouts of 17 employees are unknown at this point. An anonymous source told BBC Amharic that buses were traveling to a site in the area where Dangote Cement obtains inputs for its production. Dangote Cement plant is located 100 kilometers west of the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. BBC said that the residents and sources that are believed to be close to the matter have confirmed that not less than 30 employees were kidnapped. Dangote Cement management also said that they were working on getting details about it.
More aid from ICRC and ERCA arrived in Tigray yesterday. Yesterday, 13 convoys of the International Community of Red Cross, ICRC, and 3 Ethiopian Red Cross Association trucks loaded with humanitarian aid entered Mekelle. The information that was given to Tikva from the ICRC shows that the vehicles are carrying a total of 200 tons of humanitarian aid, food, and medicines, including dialysis supplies and insulin donated by the Ethiopian Diabetes Association. Exit examination for all university students is about to be implemented this year. Minister of State of Education Dr. Samuel Kinfe said that university exit examination is offered to regular and other students as well as those involved in distance learning programs at all universities. The examination is planned to start from this year and will be implemented by public and private universities online. Dr. Samuel Kinfe has further stated by saying that higher education institutions should make appropriate preparations for the exam by confirming their infrastructural capabilities. Desi Hospital receives massive donations from the French Embassy. On November 30th, 2022, Ministry of Health, the Embassy of France to Ethiopia, and the African Union, the Delegation of European Union to Ethiopia, and expertise of France have delivered a first batch of medical equipment at Desi Hospital to support the resumption of essential health care in the Amhara region. Khalib Tinsai has more details.
The equipment handover ceremony was attended by representatives of the Ministry of Health in Ethiopia, the Ambassador of the European Union to Ethiopia, Mr. Roland Kobia, and the Ambassador of France to Ethiopia and the African Union, Mr. Remy Marquio. The first medical equipment handover will strengthen health recovery initiatives in Ethiopia and represents the starting point of a project aiming to provide support to the ongoing stabilization efforts in the country. The project is jointly funded by France and the European Union for a total amount of 5 million euros. It is implemented by Expertise France, the French public agency for the design and implementation of international technical cooperation projects, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Amhara Regional Health Bureau, and the Desi Hospital medical staff. This joint initiative will seek to promote the resumption of essential service provision for conflict-affected communities in Ethiopia. This first delivery, which will be followed by others and rehabilitation works in the coming months, will contribute to provide the Desi Hospital with the necessary equipment to relaunch the provision of essential health care. More specifically, Desi's medical staff will be provided with centrifuges, scalers, craniotomies, hysterectomies, laryngoskops, tracheostomies, vasculars, sterilizers, stethoscopes, and tonometers. The official handover ceremony was followed by a broader exchange with local authorities, health ministries representatives, and Desi Hospital medical staff.
Now on to international news. Interpol issues red notice on Angolan tycoon. Reuters news agency has reported that Interpol is asking law enforcement authorities around the world to locate and provisionally arrest Angolan billionaire Isabel dos Santos. Khalib Tensai has more details.
On Wednesday, Interpol confirmed to Reuters that it has issued a red notice for the tycoon. They said it was not an international arrest warrant, but that it was a request to law enforcement agencies worldwide to locate and provisionally arrest a person pending extradition, surrender, or similar legal action. Angolan public prosecutor Helder Prita Gross told reporters this week that Angola had filed an international arrest warrant for Dos Santos, the AFP news agency reported. On the other hand, Isabela Dos Santos has said she is the victim of a political persecution. Dos Santos has faced corruption accusations for years, including allegations by Angola in 2020 that she and her husband has steered $1 billion in state funds to companies in which they held stakes during her father's presidency, including from oil giant Sonangol.
South African political scandals raises questions for President Ramaphosa. A condemning report from the panel of legal experts into accusations that President Cyril Ramaphosa covered up the theft of $4 million, or 3.3 million euros, in cash from his farm in 2020 has raised questions that needed to be answered by South Africa's leader. Khalib Tensai has more details.
Ramaphosa told the inquiry that the accusations against him are without any merit, according to a leaked document published by a local media. In his submission, President Ramaphosa said that this is a matter ought not to be taken any further. Judging by the fervent reaction from opposition parties, some of whom are calling for him to step down immediately, this scandal has the potential to cost him his job. In a 138-page submission made to the panel, President Ramaphosa denied that there was anything untoward about the money stolen on his private farm, saying it was from the proceeds of a buffalo sold for $880,000 cash to a Sudanese national, Mustafa Mohammed Ibrahim Hazim, in late 2019. However, Mr. Hazim has not appeared in public and little is known about him.
These were all the news we had for you for tonight. Once again, I'm Yamsaran Taka from African Renaissance Television Services. Thank you for watching.